What's going on, my good people? Um, I'm gonna speak on this topic today um, because maybe I can help save a life. Because I've been kind of weird, man. These last couple of weeks. These last couple of weeks have been kind of crazy. It's been kind of crazy because I lost a dear friend, man, to domestic violence, man. Um, from the stories I'm hearing now, her and this man were in a relationship on and off for 6 years. That's the first thing, and we're gonna start there. If you are in a on and off relationship for 6 years, it ain't gonna work. Y'all ain't gonna be together. Don't fool yourself. Y'all keep breaking up for a reason. Y'all keep having those petty fights for a reason. Get away from one another because I can guarantee you that it's not going to end well. So my friend was in this relationship that was on and off for 6 years. And what I can't get past my mind at this current time and state is I saw her at my Texas Southern homecoming last year. She came to Texas Southern homecoming. She looked happy. She was with dude. And you think everything is fine, because people are smiling. And, you don't even know that, you know, something's going to happen to your friend if they stay in these relationships. So I get a call, a month ago. My friend calls me and he says, he told me that my friend died. I was like, died? How did she die? And he said, old boy she was with, you know, he he shot her and then he killed himself. So he killed her and then killed himself. Um, man, that hurt my feelings, man, because I've been losing friends this year. I done lost one friend. He went out on his birthday, had 24 shots, and ended up dying that night from alcohol poisoning. And then to lose a dear friend to domestic violence, um, or a murder suicide. Like I never had that in my head, man. That woman, being the awesome person that she is, would lose her life to a murder suicide. I did not have that in my plans. I did not have that in my plans. I didn't have that for my life plan. So that really angered me, man, that I wasn't able to see those signs, man. So when we look at domestic violence, man, it's so many stories that women have told me through the years about just being abused, being assaulted, being hit by a man that they was in a relationship with. They said, "Oh, I love you," and then punched you in the face, and then told you he loved you. And you had to decipher what love really was. Hey, look, man, let me give you a couple of signs to help you know that you are dealing with an emotional man. If you're dealing with an emotional man, look, there's two different types of things that we as men and women deal with. Women have to deal with estrogen, men have to deal with testosterone. Testosterone is not supposed to be an emotional thing. You're supposed to have a different type of being. You have a different type of makeup when you have testosterone in your body. Somebody has to balance this testosterone out. So if you find a man who is emotional and you're always arguing about petty things, I am guaranteeing you, I am guaranteeing you, it is not going to work out. It is not going to go well because basically what he's trying to do is corner you off from all your friends and all your family. If someone tries to get you away from everybody that you hang with, your friends, your family, this person is not going to do any good for your life. That I can tell you. If they're trying to corner off family and friends, like every time you go out with family and friends, it's a big time issue. You got to fight with this person. Get on about your business. You get somebody and they start putting their hands on you early. Oh man, that's really out of my character. I don't really do that. Okay, whatever. Yeah, okay. You won't do it to me again, but you're gonna be able to do it again. The thing is, you need to start getting up and leaving. That's the only thing that's gonna make these men pay attention. Another thing is you have to you have to, what is that word? I really want to use the proper word. I don't want to use a word and it doesn't connect like I need it to connect. When you are in the military and you get out of active duty, you go into the Army Reserves. So they call you up to the Army Reserves and you say, okay, I got to go this weekend. I got to do my duty. So it's kind of like you're activating your, your troops. Women, if you have a male circle, whether it be family, where it's your uncles, your dad, your grandfathers, all of them, it's time for you to get your troops active when a man starts becoming violent towards you. You have to get your family involved. But in the other part of your mind, you have to be ready to leave this relationship. Because when you enact these soldiers are going to think one way. So you're going to have to already be on your way out the door. You can't bring these soldiers up to active duty and you ain't ready to leave. They go and do something to this man, put him in check, and all of a sudden you back there hugged up the next day. This is why men do not be helping women. My sister called me one night and was just, oh, I got that story somewhere in one of these videos. But women didn't put a lot of men in bad positions. Women don't understand this. They be like, just help women. No, you keep getting into bad ass situations. Why I gotta keep helping you when you don't listen? So, a valuable thing that I do not see women do when they be in these badass relationships, when they talk to their friends and they talk to their family, especially when they talk to their men friends, men friends tell you to leave, and you come up with a million excuses why you cannot. Well, he's just really hard on his luck. Well, you know why he's hard on his luck? Because he bad with people. Because he don't know how to keep his attitude in check because he's so emotional in his ways. His testosterone has flipped on him, and his testosterone is emotional. A man cannot act out of emotion. A man must be rational. A man must look at a woman and say, man, she like a kid. I'm not gonna hit no damn woman. That's how I think of women. I think like women. I think women are like another extension of children. I do. That's why I don't hit no woman. Man, I'm too big to be hitting a woman. If a woman starts swinging on me, I'm gonna take off running. I ain't got no inkling to hit you because I know if I hit you one time, you're gonna play the victim. No way. So in my dating life, if a woman told me she was crazy, I'd be like, oh, okay. I shake her hand, get on by my business. I'm not dealing with no crazy woman. I'm not dealing with no unruly woman. If you always speak out of turn, get out of my face. I'm very about my life in that sense, especially dating, because women have to submit to a man and basically give the keys of their life over to a man. You better do some proper vetting. You better take this man. If you got a father, you better take this man around your father so he can see that you got some protection. Why women don't want to take these men around and show them that these big burly men in your family got hands? Go and show them. Go show them how your family ain't got all that good sense. Go show them. Because sometimes these men ain't crazy. This is what I learned from being at war. When I was in Afghanistan, I learned, when I was in Iraq and Afghanistan, I learned that people are not crazy. I learned that. I learned that the Taliban and Al Qaeda ain't even crazy. They got perfectly good sense. How do I know this? Because when I was in Iraq and Afghanistan, guess what was happening? Every time I was at an army base, we got bombed all day, every day. But when I was at a Marine base, Taliban never fooled with the Marine base. Never. And that's how I knew people weren't crazy. I say even the Taliban know they ain't crazy. So when women are dealing with domestic violence, you gotta bring your troops from, inactive. You gotta activate your troops, especially when the man start bucking and start saying things like, "Hey, I don't want you alive." You're gonna have to get your troops involved. All your troops gonna have to be involved. They're gonna have to be on notice, and you have to be prepared to lead this man when you activate those troops. I'm saying this because I lost my friend to a murder suicide just last month. And this was a month before her daughter just graduated from LSU. Imagine your daughter is graduating and you done got murdered by a man who was emotional and did not. He said, if he could not have her, then nobody could. The emotional man is also very selfish. A man, men in general have to know that being a man is being extremely selfless. You have to give your all being a man. You have to be extremely selfish because you have to provide for everybody. This is the basis for building a nation, man, that you have to provide for everybody. So basically, I'm just giving you some type of things that you can notice, like key signs. If you're always arguing back and forth, y'all always breaking up, getting back together, break up and get on. Break up and get on. Stop going back. And you women with children, I'm really on you, man. You are not only putting yourself into bad positions, you are putting your children into bad positions. Be careful who you are dating. We are in serious times. We are in serious times where men who have been raised by women or emotional men are out here making emotional decisions, split second emotional decisions. My friend got murdered because she wanted to date someone else. It had been 6 years, and this man ain't even gave her a ring, not even a eating ring pop. That mother ain't buy no ring and eat the ring pop and give it to her. 6 years. You ain't tried to bite the bullet on nothing in 6 years. And here you try to take this woman's life because you don't want nobody else to have her. Hell, you don't even want her. And this is the type of foolishness that we have going on today, that we allow this foolishness. Man, I lost my friend over some foolishness. And I really don't know how to feel about it. Like my feeling today, man, I feel very uneasy about losing my friend, man. And I had to speak to my wife about this the other day. Just that feeling, man, of like, man, my friend should be here today. My friend should have been at her daughter's graduation. Um, she should have been hanging with her friends and going to events. She should still be here. She should be dating someone else right now. My friend should be doing something else, but instead, she has been put into the ground. And she is not going to be coming back because she did not make a decision to get up and move on from a man who did not want to make a decision on her. If the man don't want to marry, start dating these dudes and say, "Hey man, I'm looking for marriage. You trying to get married?" Man, most of these dudes gonna get up and go on about their business because they're not serious about marriage. They're not serious about any goddamn thing. You know what they serious about? Getting in your drawers. So what I'm saying is, we need to be, especially women, and especially women with children. Be careful, man. Think about your babies first, man. Think about yourself and then think about your babies. I'm gonna tell this story, man. I'm gonna get on up out of here, man. This is my personal domestic violence story. And I don't know if I done told this before, but let me tell it again while I'm in my domestic violence bag. So I come home from school and I'm walking, man. I'm walking through, I done unlocked the door and I done walked into my house. This is my childhood apartment. We stayed in Greens Point in Houston, Texas. And we stayed in Arbor Court Apartments. Man, I opened that door. And when I opened the door, it's blood on the walls. So I'm like, I know my mom's already in an abusive relationship with an emotional man because he's beat her before. Like, this was not new. So what I'm looking at on the walls, I'm like, these are, man, this man that killed my mama. And so I'm running through the house, and my mama's not in the house. So I just run over to my aunt's house, and I run over to my aunt's house, and I say, "What's going on? Where's my mom?" She say, "Your mama got into a fight with Ray, and Ray cut her wrist." My mom tried to fight back and ended up getting her own wrist cut, and she still didn't leave. My mom still did not leave, even after that. But what my mom did not understand that was happening was that psychologically her son was dying. I'm the son. I was dying because I could not protect my mama. So, like, my whole life, I'm growing up feeling like a coward. So, going to the military and doing all of these bravado things, being extremely angry and like bullying people and things like that, man, that came from when I was a little boy. Little boy couldn't do nothing. Now I'm a grown man. I'm 6'4". I'm 6'4". I'm 6'4". Man, when I was younger, man, I was playing football in college. I was 280 pounds. I was 6'4", 280 pounds. With that anger and feeling what that man had done to my mama, I was still feeling that. All them years later, my mom messing with that man for 3 years did so much damage to her child. So when I'm telling women be serious about dating, I'm not sitting here telling you from being mad and trying to boss up on you, trying to tell you what to do. I'm saying when you getting your tail whooped, your kids are sitting there watching you. And if you do not leave, your kids gonna end up being in relationships, and they're gonna be cowards, and they're not gonna leave. They're gonna be in abusive relationship because you're passing the abuse on to your children, and they gonna date abusive people, and they're not gonna leave. They're gonna sit there and take the abuse just like you did. So, ladies, especially ladies, and especially ladies with children, man, take this dating serious, man. Ask that man, okay, if you have to submit to a man, who is he submitting to? These would be the questions that y'all need to be asking. Who am I submitting to? Who, if I have to submit to this man, who the hell he talking to? Is he talking to the penis god that tell you to pop your hips all day and pop your coochie? Who is he? It's many gods out here. Y'all need to stop thinking that it's just one true God. There's many gods out here. People be worshiping all types of foolishness. People be worshiping baseball cards. Stop playing out here. Ask your man, who is his God? Let me see him work. And then watch him. When you ask him who he submits to, watch him. See his submission. See how detailed he is about his submission to God. Is that too hard to ask out of a man? To ask who he's submitting to? We talk about your life here. This man can kill you and kill your damn kids. It's not gonna hurt you to ask him in the dating phase. If I have to submit to you, who the hell you submitting to? It's not hard to ask, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, man. I probably got a little bit long-winded. But man, look here, man. My friend got murdered, man. My friend got murdered by an emotional man last month. And I just cannot get this off of my mind. And so I came on here and I said, let me speak to women about this domestic violence problem. Because even though that man is doing something to you, you're going to have to bust a move. And this goes for physical abuse, this goes to mental abuse, all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here, man. Peace out. I hope you take this message to heart. I hope you don't get emotional and start getting mad at me for saying what I'm saying. I'm saying what I'm saying for a reason because I lost my friend to a murder suicide. from an emotional man that didn't know how to do, he didn't know how to use his testosterone in a proper manner. So what he used his testosterone to do is to bully a woman. He used his muscles to bully. Men have a superpower. Your superpower is your muscles. You are naturally stronger than a woman. A woman, her superpower is her mouth. She can empower a nation. I think in these couples, what we use today is men are now starting to use their muscles that they're supposed to be using to build skills. You build a house. You learn how to build a whole house with your own hands if you use your muscles the proper way. A woman can empower a whole nation with her mouth. But we use these muscles and these mouths to talk down on our brothers and sisters, to beat on our brothers and sisters. When do we grow up and when do we change? I'm gonna get up out of here, people, man. I can go on forever about this, but man, look here. Take domestic violence serious, man. I lost my friend to a murder suicide, man. Rest in peace, Renee. Peace out.